Hello everyone and welcome to part 2 of Old Joe's stream of Pish. I think I may have spoke too early there. So there's nobody watching just now, but today we're going to be playing a game that's very close to my heart. Yes, that's right, it's Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure is probably one of the worst games I ever received for Christmas. I don't know how many people are going to be watching this if I played it before, but trust me when I say it's not very good. Thing is though, I absolutely love it, and that's why I'm going to be streaming it today. So what I'm going to do before I start playing is just going to make sure that everybody on Twitter can see the link.
Sonic, wait here for a second.
Sonic! Oh god, the voice acting, Right, okay, so I'm going to copy the link, set it on Twitter and Facebook and all that, and then I'm going to join you and we're going to start our journey through Sonic's adventure. Okay, here we go, on Twitter, join me on Sonic's Bastard of an Adventure. Sonic's Bad Fur Day, I should call it. Right, so just like last time, this is going to be a kind of a casual affair. Get involved in the chat, let me know your memories of Sonic Adventure, if you've played the game before. If not, then just sit back and watch. Also let me know if there's any technical problems, like if my mic's too loud or if the stream's getting a bit choppy or whatever. Oh god, this music. You know, I remember Christmas Day when I got up and unwrapped my Dreamcast and put on Sonic Adventure, and all of my siblings were there, and they saw me unwrap my Dreamcast and they sat and watched me play it, and as soon as that soft rock music came on, I was just embarrassed. I was so embarrassed in front of them all. I'm just going to put the link on stream on Patreon, and then we're going to get started. Watch me play Sonic's Bad Fur Day. Right, okay, I think we're going to get started. So I don't know how many people are going to are actually watching this right now. I'll just check online quickly. Okay, it's only two folk are watching. Well done. Right, okay. Let's get started. We're going to play from the start of Sonic's game, because right, here's the thing, there's six characters in Sonic Adventure, right? Now, I would say that most of Sonic's adventure in Sonic Adventure is actually pretty good fun. Like, his levels, most of them are pretty good fun, but Tails is kind of half the game of Sonic, it's mostly the same levels. Knuckles' levels are terrible, Amy's are absolutely awful, Big's like this weird fishing thing, and E102 Gamma is a very strange idea of how shooting games are meant to work. It's quite arcadey and it was simple but good fun, I think. But anyway, here's Sonic. Let's get him! Oh god, I forgot to turn the voices to Japanese. This is going to be awful. Ah, the memories are flooding back right now. I remember when I saw screenshots of this and thought, this looks like the most beautiful looking game ever. Look at it, like an actual fully realised city. A fully realised city, full of people, full of beautiful animated people, like this guy in the bottom left here, walking as if he's holding in a shite. And up near comes Sonic, running on the walls.
Oh yeah! This is happening!
Oh god. Imagine it. Christmas morning and the first thing that you hear is, oh yeah! This is happening!
What's up?
My first time playing Sonic Adventure actually wasn't Christmas morning, it was, I remember I went to see Austin Powers, The Spy Who Shagged Me at the cinema in Edinburgh, and there was a Toys R Us across the road and they had a Dreamcast demo unit with the E3 demo for Sonic Adventure, so you got to choose who you play as between Sonic, Tails and Knuckles. I think that was it at the time, in that demo. And I was just like, the film, we still had to wait half an hour before the film started, so that was like half an hour of like proper Sonic time, which when I was that age was like Oh, it was like a dream come true when you play Sonic Adventure before the Dreamcast was even like, I think it was like a month before the Dreamcast actually came out. So quite a big deal, quite a big deal.
Oh yeah, this could be fun.
Oh yeah! Whoever made the creative decision to make Sonic voiced, that was a bad choice, a very bad creative choice. Right, here we go. Revolutionary gameplay here. The game starts off with a boss. Doesn't even start off with a level, it starts off with a boss. Yeah. Always comes back. It's actually been a while since I played the Dreamcast version because I've got this on I've got this on the PlayStation 3 as well, I'm ashamed to say. But I got that version for free because I won that competition from Sega and they sent me a code for it. So I didn't actually buy that one in my defence, and it's just a lot more convenient to play that one. Here it comes. There we go. 3 hits and dead.
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Alright. Alright. Here we go. Another cutscene. And we're about to hear the beautiful tones of
Come on, you big drip. Where you going?
Robotnik or Dr. Eggman. They kind of this is before Eggman was like the main thing they called him, I think. So in half the cutscenes they call him Robotnik, and half the cutscenes they call him Eggman. And I don't think anybody on in the voice recording side actually decided what the style sheet was, what the plan was.
You know nothing, fool. It's chaos, the god of destruction.
Interesting fact, that's the same voice actor that did Dog's Bower in Blue Stinger. Sadly, he passed away, but great voice actor. Lends a certain gravitas to Dr. Robotnik. Sonic's eyelids, like, I always thought they were meant to be blue, but no, I suppose it makes sense that they're pink because that'd be like, it'd be weird. No, well, should he have furry eyebrows? Eyelids?
Watch out! You're gonna crash! Ah!
These cutscenes are so bad.
Tails! Now, what am I gonna do with you?
Yeah, what are you going to do with me? Right, here we go. Let's walk around this nice swimming pool here and enjoy the sunshine with these lovely ladies in their swimsuits. So we see what they're saying. Plane crashed over there at the beach. I hope the pilot's okay. Mr. Sonic. Sonic is his last name. Go and see if you can save him. Ah, the memories. Revolutionary gameplay this, walking around the swimming pool as Sonic and chatting to women in swimsuits. I think you can die if you stay under the water for too long, can't you? See what happens. Let's see what happens, eh? I've never tried this before. I mean, surely the music, that dreaded music, the dun 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 dun. Oh, here we go. There we go. We're gonna kill Sonic before the first level. 5, 4, 3, 2. Ah, just kidding. Just kidding. Come on, let's go and do Emerald Coast. As you can see, it's pretty hard to control Sonic. He runs. I mean, obviously he runs fast. He's Sonic. He runs fast, but maybe a bit too fast, you know. Oh, the memories. Footprints in the sand. Footprints in the sand. That was a big moment, seeing footprints in the sand for the first time. I think there's a wee, ah yeah, item boxes back here. Here we go. There's always that weird sort of conflict between whether to rush through Sonic levels or to go against what Sonic's all about and bouncing. Go against what you're meant to do as Sonic and sort of just slowly explore things, you know. I'll try not to rush through too quickly because otherwise this isn't going to be a very interesting stream, is it? Oh, missed that. Checkpoint that. Doesn't matter, I'm not going to die, is it? Unless the big wheel kills me. I think the big wheel can kill you. Ha! Oh yeah, spoilers if... Fucking hell. Spoilers if nobody's played the game before. There's a big whale coming up. This blew my fucking mind when I was wee. Oh! Big fucking wheel! Where is he? Where is he? There he is! The big wheel. That was when you knew the next generation was here. When Sega gave you the big wheel. The next generation. Right, up we go. That's it. Just walking slowly up the hill. Come on, Sonic! There's a lot of weird, like, invisible walls here. Like, you kind of run into nothing and Sonic just stops moving. Oh, music stopped. There we go. Yeah, up the wall. Oh no! Missed the hole. Sonic missed his hole. I remember being amazed at the water. Thing is, like, there's a lot of nice little tricks and stuff they use in this game to make it look better than it should. Like, that water, it's obviously just a wee texture with a bit of transparency on it, but it looks really nice, doesn't it? I know it's just a flat surface, but it's lovely. A lot of wee tricks like that used in this game to make the game look a lot better. Oh, for fuck's sake. I should stop chatting and just play the game. There's a weird thing, Sonic always like turns his head to look at things, which at the time was like, oh, that's pretty cool, that makes sense, you know. But it also just makes the game look really weird. Right, we're coming up to the end of the first level. R2-D2, yeah, that water it blew my mind. Like, as I was like, look at this game, look at it. Oh, wait a minute, I'm just gonna go. Look at this game as Sonic glitches through the floor. Right, go up to the top. We're gonna have a wee look at the lovely vista. Right. So look, I know that this is just like a skybox. That's a freaking octagonal skybox at that as well. And the same texture repeated, right? But see, at the time, and even now, it's so colourful and lovely looking that I can't fault it really, you know. It's a really lovely first level, and if you take away, obviously, there's a lot of glitches and things in the game, but if you take all that away, it's quite a lovely thing, you know. Anyway, here we go, up towards the end of the level, which is one of my favourite little sequences in the game. This little jump, whoa! And then as you run towards the end, the dolphins jump over your face, or jump over the top of your head, and this sun shines through the water. Lovely, lovely. That's Tails rescued.
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Not bad, eh? I was showing people around. I was taking my time, enjoying the scenery. Sonic, you dick. Back to Station Square. I love that, the little glitch at the start of the cutscenes.
Long time no see, huh?
I'm just glad you're okay.
By the way, we're playing the European version and we're playing it in 50 Hz because the capture device that I've got for PAL, for SD stuff, which is what this is, doesn't work with 60 Hz content. So we're playing. It's weird. See, when you play Sonic Adventure, you get to choose 60 Hz like you can in a lot of Dreamcast games, and it works a lot better because see. In the cutscenes, you'll see lots of little animation glitches that don't, because they didn't time it properly with the 50 Hz version or whatever. Stuff like only geeks like me notice, but you'll see like Sonic's, he'll run up and stop, but he'll stop moving, but he'll still be doing his running animation.
Why not use it to power my
Oh, the music stopped.
Supercharged. You
A
gotta come over to my workshop, Sonic.
A lot of glitches in this
I've got
game.
something I've got to show you. It's in the Mystic Ruins. The fastest way is by train.
And obviously the worst bit about the Dreamcast version is that you can't skip the fucking cutscenes. I'm sitting here mashing the start button and it's just not happening. Oh no, it is not happening. Hey, I can now play with Tails. That is a sinister sentence if ever there was one. Let's go exploring, eh? What do these buttons do? What do these buttons do? It's like the Resident Evil mansion. I need to find a way to open that door and find my way to it, eh? unlock a new. It's like a Metroidvania. This game, eh? Running around and finding new powers. Right, first up, where are we going? I think we're meant to go to Station Square Station. Fucking stupid name.
The train headed for the Mystic Ruins will be departing soon.
Right, how stupid is this, right? I mean, just imagine, right, Christmas morning, I wake up, we go downstairs, me, my brothers and my sister, we go down, we unwrap the Dreamcast, we stick Sonic Adventure in, we get through the first level and we bear with the cutscenes, and then Sonic has to take a fucking train! He has to take a train! Sonic has to take a train to the next level. Anyway. Here's the Mystic Ruins! Lovely. You can hear me say this a lot, but at the time, this was lovely.
If it isn't Sonic!
One thing that you can't fault in this game is Robotnik's voice. He's just great.
Dr. Robotnik, the greatest scientific
He's unhinged as well. Like sometimes he'll speak really calmly and really softly, and then he'll go straight into like shouting, like proper Simon Callow.
I've got big plans.
Like that, you know?
I'm gonna put them
Get unhinged.
You're always up to no good. Now what do you want?
I want all of the Chaos Emeralds. Better not interfere, or else.
Or else what, you big loser?
You work on that trash talk, Sonic.
Force, the hard way.
It's a wee bit of a pirate accent there. The hard way. Oh, it means business. Big rockets. What they don't tell you is that Sonic moves at the speed of sound only on the bullet train. That's true. That is true. If the bullet train is going forward and Sonic runs from the back of the train to the front of the train at full speed, then he might reach the speed of sound. Yeah, here we go. Oh yeah. There's a very, very slight lag between me pressing buttons and something actually happening on screen, so I'm probably not going to do very well here. Look at the size of the Bortnik, he's huge! He's absolutely massive. Or Sonic's tiny. I suppose he has a hedgehog. Oh, here it comes.
All systems.
Oh, word of warning for folk watching this, by the way. My wife is out having a wee girls' night out, so it's just me looking after the boy, Jamie. He's asleep just now, and he's usually a good sleeper. He sleeps through the night. Not to brag or anything, I've got quite a good Wayne. But occasionally he does get up, and he just wants a wee cuddle before he goes back to sleep again. So,
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
oh god. So anyway, if that happens, I've got my baby monitor's just next to me here. If I hear my boy screaming, I'm gonna have to go and tend to him and go and make sure he's all right, give him a wee cuddle and put him back to bed. And then I'll have to just end the stream. So I'm hoping to play through a good chunk of Sonic's Adventure here. But if my boy needs me, then I'm sorry, my priorities lie elsewhere. Okay. This is a word of warning for all 5 of you watching this.
Well, that wasn't so hard.
Ah!
Oh no!
Fucking Tails. What are you doing? Carrying a Chaos Emerald around like that?
Come on, Chaos. Time to eat.
Chaos?
Oh. Here he is. The god of destruction himself.
No, isn't that the same monster I saw the other day?
Doo. Oh.
Oh,
Got a big arm.
It's just as the stone tablets predicted.
The stone tablets predicted he'd get a big arm.
His strength increases every time I feed him a Chaos Emerald. With all 7 emeralds in him.
Not gonna lie, see when I was wee, I did actually quite
And
like
work for me.
Chaos. I say it quietly, right? I thought he was quite a cool baddie. I quite liked the
Its ruins.
oh god, here we go.
Robotnik
Right, I was a Sonic fan when I was wee, right?
City,
And
where I will rule it all.
what, I was 12 years old when this game came out, so I think 12 is just about understandable if you're still into pretty lame things, you know. And I thought, you know, Chaos Emeralds were always just a wee thing that you collected in the old games, but I quite like that
Sonic!
there was a see what I mean, Sonic running on the spot there.
No way,
I
Tails.
quite liked that the Chaos Emeralds had a point, you know, big monster eating them up and getting bigger each time. That's quite a good idea. I thought that was quite a good idea. Anyway, right. Oh shit, I wasn't even watching there. What am I doing? I think I'm meant to go up to Tails' house. Tails lives in some prime real estate up here. Is this what I'm... Oh, right, so yeah. Right, I know what I meant to do here, but at the time when I was wee, I was like, what the fuck does this do? So the windstone must mean something. And I would carry it around and go all over the place, not knowing what the hell to do or where the hell to go. But obviously, because I'm a pro, go through this wee cave. And yeah, drop the stone. And then... voila! Sonic just floats in the spot, but somehow ends up warping through to Windy Valley. Lovely music in this game, actually. That's something that not a lot of folk kind of recognise, is that even though the soundtrack, the sort of the character themes are all full of really shit lyrics and they're, you know, really bad rock music and stuff like that, the actual level music is really good in this game. Like, listen to that lovely little tune. Lovely little tune. Do, 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 do. Those bits where you run through the air, and any sort of bit where the camera takes control of itself and looks at you from the side, I always just think, oh, you have to move the control stick really quickly around to follow the path that Sonic's taking or whatever, but you just hold forward. You just hold forward, that's the game. Like, that's the real tragedy of Sonic in 3D, is that they made it more about looking cool, and so it was just all about just holding forward. This bit took me fucking ages the first time I did it. But it's actually really simple, because all you have to do is just go jump, 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 jump. Go to the trampoline. Right, and then up we go. There, up. And I thought this was really cool because this is the music from Sonic 3D, the first level. Which I'm not ashamed to say I learned, I taught myself how to play this song on the piano. Because not only was I the cool guy who liked Sonic Adventure, I'm the cool guy who played the piano as well. There's a cool wee thing. There used to be Path of Rings here. I was like, oh, what does that do? What are you meant to do with that? And of course, if you get the light speed shoes, you can come back. Take the shortcut. Whee! Top speed. Who needs a train? Just hold up. Just hold up. That's all you have to do. Just hold up. Whoa. Oh, I never made it to the top path. Oh well. I find this bit a bit weird because like you're going up and down and that's going up and down as well. It's very hard to avoid. Oh, well, I managed it there. Why did they change it from tellies to big bubble things? Whoa. There. That was all a pain in the ass getting onto that springy thing. Onwards we go. Down the path. The straight path. Music stopped again. This bodes well. I don't know whether it's the game or my Dreamcast, or the fact that... Listen, can you keep a secret, right? I might be playing this on the Dreamcast, but I'm not using my Sonic Adventure disc because I ripped out the GD-ROM drive in my Dreamcast and put in a SD card reader instead, which is really good. And I've not witnessed any glitches so far, apart from in Shenmue, the bit where you're riding the motorbike with Nozomi, which is like one of the most beautiful cutscenes ever. In fact, one of the most beautiful things ever committed to film, because that was actually in the pictures, Shenmue the movie. But the soundtrack was kind of out of sync a wee bit. Handy, where did you get that from? There's a guy who makes it, it's called GDMU, but I'm sorry to say that the guy who does make them, he put an email out last week saying that he's going to be upping the price of them because people have been cloning them and making cheap copies. And apparently the cheap copies, they work fine, but I don't know, this guy's saying they don't. I don't know whether he's just saying that and bullshitting, but wait, where am I meant to go actually? Shit, I forgot to look there. Anyway, but yeah, so but look at the website, GDMU. It's really worth it. It's been because I've got like 10 games installed on my Dreamcast right now, and there's a wee button you just press to flick through them as if it's discs. And there's also somebody's made a third-party app for it that lets you. Oh wait a minute, I'm going back to the plane, aren't I? Am I? I forget. Aye, so there's a wee button you can press to change discs, or somebody's made like a database thing that you can install on it, and it lets you just choose games on the Dreamcast itself. But it's well worth it, really well worth it. I mean, see the Shenmue, when you play it on it, the loading times are so good. Like when you walk into a shop, it just takes a couple of seconds to get to get in there. You know, whereas when it was loading from the disc, it would take fucking ages. You know. I meant to go. No, there's no trailer there yet. Let's go back. Let's wait. Wait a minute. You talk to the fucking fairy, wee Navi thing, don't you? Where is it? There. She tells you.
Go to Station Square. You may find something.
You may find something. The adventure segments in this are less of a mystery and more of a just like follow the path. And then at some points there is a bit of a mystery and it's like, fucking I wish I hadn't done this. Now, this is one of my favourite things to do when I was wee, was I would run into the train and then very quickly go into first person mode and watch the train go. You have to make your own fun back in those days. Brass Monkey, I remember the first time I seen the whale in Sonic Adventure. I was in HMV in Argyle Street. I'm pretty sure that was the first time I ever ejaculated. Yeah, well, you do you, you do you. It was a big moment. Also, Sonic snowboarding. I was like, this is the coolest thing I've ever seen. The coolest thing I've ever seen. Right.
There's a place somewhere in the city where you can go down into the sewer.
Into the sewers. The magic of Sonic running through a city and finding your way into the sewers. With that, but I think you do have to make your own fun in Sonic Adventure. Do you think this might take me down to the sewers, eh? Let's find out. Blue Stinger. That was the first thing you saw in the Dreamcast. What's funny about Blue Stinger is that I never played it back in the day. I only played it recently when Scott bought me it, and it's not good, man. His running animation's weird, and even back in the day, I don't think it was that impressive. I wouldn't have been that impressive, so I can see why you would pretend to be blown away, Andy. Power Stone though, like that game is actually, I mean, even now, I still think the chunky, really kind of cartoony graphics in it look really good. The characters in that are so well done, well made. A Poor Man's Deep Fear. Was Deep Fear out at the same time? Was that not a PS2 game? I thought Deep Fear was in the PS2 and I thought that was later on. Obviously not. Another early Dreamcast game that I saw in a shop before I owned the Dreamcast. Ah, Saturn, of course. I'm thinking about something. There's definitely a horror game set on a boat that was out for PS2 as well, but I forget what it's called now. What was I saying? Aye, one of the first games that I saw, another game that I saw in a Dreamcast in a shop before I owned the Dreamcast was Gauntlet Legends. And I'd only ever owned that in the N64 before that point, and I thought it was a good game in the N64. But I thought it looked amazing on the Dreamcast. There was something really cool looking about it, and I was like, I need this game. Glass Cake, Sonic Adventure is not Pish. I'm afraid, Glass Cake, you're living in denial. We need to go by pure percentages here, right? Some of the Sonic levels are good, right? I'll defend them, right? Some of them are good, but most of it's rubbish. And even then, Sonic only is like a small percentage of what the full game has in it, so only about 5% of this game is actually good fun. Like, look, I can't even walk up fucking stairs. Right, here we go. Boom, boom. There we go. Get it. Oh, God. The fucking bracelet.
This is the crystal ring. This reduces the time needed to
Glass
store
Cake.
power for the lights.
See, I didn't have to try very hard to convince you. Right, I think I've to go to the casino now, haven't I? Brass Monkey, Skies of Arcadia aside, Grandia 2 is the best RPG in the DC. Well, we did a video about this a couple of years ago. It was like our top 5 favourite RPGs, and I mentioned Grandia 2, and I do love the I love Grandia 2. Grandia 2 was my first ever JRPG, you know, and I love it. I love the battle system. I love the graphics are lovely. The soundtrack's amazing. But I think Skies of Arcadia is a better game overall, just because of the world and the exploration. Even though the battle system's a bit more basic and just sort of standard turn-based affair. Right, here we go. Pinball time. What? Should I go, right, which one should I do first? Because there's the sort of normal pinball table and then there's the Knights pinball table, isn't there? I think we're going to have to go to the Knights one. This level's not, it's a really weird, it doesn't really explain what you're meant to do. And I remember exploring around the place thinking, what the hell am I meant to do here? I've just played pinball. Then you find the bank and you deposit the funds. I'm going for the Knights pinball table for a bit of that lovely music. How's that? There we go. Right. 10 second, yeah. Bit of Cam Clark voice acting in Grandia 2 as well. Dreamcast graphics had a charm about them. They definitely did. And you know what's funny? I know I'm playing this in Pishy quality composite cable 50Hz PAL mode, right? But I've got an Acura box to play on HD when I actually have plugged into my telly. And like, it looks amazing. Like Shenmue in particular looks really lovely. And it makes me quite hopeful for the HD re-release because they don't have to do much to... I know it's kind of dated a bit, you know, but they don't have to do much to the game for it to look nice and clean and somewhat modern looking, you know. There's a lot of detail in the graphics that people forget about. What do you think? Right, Kate, there we go. Folk in the chat who played the Dreamcast back in the day and still play the Dreamcast now and again. What games do you think still look good nowadays? What's the ones that you think still hold up? For me, but believe it or not, Shenmue, Cosmic Smash, Rez, Power Stone, Jet Set Radio definitely are the ones I think still look good. There goes the music again. I think, you know what, I think it might be my Dreamcast because it's a very old Dreamcast. And I've fiddled about with the inside of it quite a lot. I had to take a fuse out of it because my controller port stopped working. And instead of putting a new fuse in, I just soldered around where the fuse was. Dead or Alive 2, yep, that still looks amazing. Especially over VGA or Acura HDMI box. Soul Calibur, yeah. Textures in that game look incredible. I think Dead or Alive 2, even back in the day, I always thought it looked better than Soul Calibur because had more of a sort of clean look to it, which really, it looked like kind of an anime or something. Looked like just like one of my Japanese animes. Why can't I get in that fucking hole at the top? I want to go and actually fly through the next level. Come on. There we go. No, right, you know what? I'm just going to dunk out and go and try normal pinball. 300 rings, is that enough to get into the bank? Oh, here we are. Oh, nope, down. Echo the Dolphin. I never played Echo the Dolphin on the Dreamcast. I had a demo disc for the PS2 that had a short demo of Echo on it for the PS2. And that's all I've played of it. And I remember it was a timed demo as well, so you'd swim about for a wee bit and then inexplicably it would just end. Same with Headhunter as well. I never played that in the Dreamcast. But it was on a demo disc for the PS2. But the demo lasted about 15 seconds. So you'd walk into a petrol station and shoot a guy, and then before you got anywhere, it would just fade back out to the menu. There's an idea actually. I think for my next Old Joe's stream of Pish, I might do some of my favourite PS2 demo discs, which I've still got. Remember the Ace Combat Distant Thunder demo? It's fucking amazing. There's a metaphor for capitalism. Is that enough? Do you need to get? Yeah, it's 400 rings you need to get, isn't it? No, it's not letting you up. Virtua Tennis and DC amazed me as a kid for some reason. Yeah, it's funny. Back in the day, photorealistic games like that. Well, I say photorealistic with about a million inverted commas, but they looked quite good. And I remember seeing Tim Henman's face and thinking that actually looks like Tim Henman. But nowadays, you see it and you go, whoa, that looks like Tim Henman after he's been killed and then brought back to life. Lovely soundtrack in this game. Oh, for fuck's sake. Ha, all sorts of cheating, but Third Strike and Mark of the Wolves, they do still look amazing. Oh, for fuck's sake. I've got Mark of the Wolves on my Switch and it looks lovely. And I played Third Strike on the Switch the other day with Ross87 on Twitter, and it just looks... I never had Third Strike back in the day. Yeah, I'm going to pretend I did that deliberately so I could come down to the sewers. Anyway, I never had Third Strike back in the day because I wasn't really into 2D fighting games a huge amount back in the day. And to an extent, I'm still not really... I'm not very good at them, but I've got a few now. But Third Strike just... Even the other day when I played it, it blew me away how beautifully animated it is, you know? Kind of like a lost art, that, the lovely, big, chunky 2D sprites that are animated beautifully well. I see, this is where my knowledge of Third Strike, or my lack of knowledge, comes into play, Andy, because I know you as an expert would say it's unplayable, which is fair enough, but I mean, I had a good time playing it, but we were just playing for fun. It wasn't for any particular, you know, competition or anything like that. Right, okay, instead of risking my way through the spikes, I'm just going to use the world's most obvious shortcut. I always remember thinking, what the fuck is Sonic doing here? But it's like he's like, oh, it's sunny, and there's a wee cartoony bit where he shakes his head. And a bit of X-rated hedgehog action now. We're going to watch him have a wee shower. Enjoy that, Sonic, eh? Okay, let's get out of this. You don't play fighting games for fun. Camera in this game is... it's unwieldy, let's say that. When Sonic's running in a straight line down a straight path, the camera in this game is fine. But see when you've got to navigate around somewhere that has like different routes, it's an absolute fucking nightmare. Wait, right, I think that's enough rings to get this Chaos Emerald and finish this god-awful level.
Yes.
Oh! I don't think that was meant to happen.
Yeah, not bad.
See, when you think about it though, right, this level, this Chaos, this casino level, it's kind of like it's more 3D than most of the levels in this game, because most of the levels, although fun, are just like running down a straight line, whereas that one, there's a bit of exploration involved and stuff like that. Andy, oh, here's a good looking DC game, Tokyo Highway Challenge 2. Funny you should say that, Andy, right? Because, right, next month's issue of BitSocket, we're putting it together starting tomorrow. We're filming a video and doing a couple of podcasts tomorrow. But I'm working on a script. I think I'm going to do a wee video about Genki, who made Tokyo Highway Challenge and the whole series, the Shotoku Battle series. Because I'm a big fan of those kind of games, and that whole series in general. And Tokyo Highway Challenge 2 for the Dreamcast is one of the highlights from the whole series. So I think you saying that has inspired me to finish my script for that and try and get the video done for this issue, for this month. So maybe in a couple of weeks' time when the issue goes live, then we'll have a wee video about Genki. Because they've got so many games, they've got so many games. Not just in the Shotoku Battle series, but that was kind of like their bread and butter. And that's what the video was going to focus on, but yeah. Multi-Racing Championship. You know, I've never actually played that, but I'm going to give it a shot on my emulator. Because I don't have an EverDrive yet. Just because I want to experience it. I've heard bad things. I'm not going to tell you what the gist of the video is yet though, because I don't know if you'll like it. Right, I think, yeah, you take this ice thing to Mystic Ruins or whatever. Oh. Don't hate it, but it's clearly a bit crap. It's a bit... Well, I mean, sorry, I've not played that, but what I mean is, a lot of N64 racing games, like, because N64 had a huge number of racing games on it, but see, when I think about it, and I'm a big fan of racing games, there's only about a handful that I would say were any good. So, World Driver Championship, I mean, I'm not counting kart racing games, because obviously Mario Kart and Diddy Kong Racing are pretty great, but, I mean, like, racing an actual car around an actual track kind of games, I'd say World Driver Championship, F1 World Grand Prix and Ridge Racer are the ones that come to mind. Well, yeah, great versions of Ridge Racer and Wipeout, The thing that was great about Wipeout 64 was the analog stick on the N64 was just perfect for it. And Ridge Racer, you can tell that it was put together by a team that were really under pressure, but clearly wanted to do their best work. And I'm a big fan of Ridge Racer 64. It was also the first Ridge Racer game that I actually owned, so a bit of sentimental value to it. Oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck's sake! Oh, dead. Dead! Too busy talking about Ridge Racer. Actually quite a nice looking level, this. Right, into the cave. Oh, I hated these bits. There we go. Wait. It's all about timing. Yeah. It's quite a nice soundtrack to this bit of the level, but it's just a shame you don't really stay in this bit for that long, because you end up in this weird cave. Right. This is probably one of my least favourite bits in the entire game. Here we go. No! See, you end up going the wrong way. Luckily this bit gives you a wee safety net. Tell I played this game a million times, can't you? Yeah, right, here we go. Here's another reason that I've played this game a million times, right? So, when I got my Dreamcast for Christmas, I was given 4 games with it as well. I got this, Soul Reaver, Tomb Raider The Last Revelation, and Crazy Taxi, right? No, I think it was Crazy Taxi. Yeah, it was Crazy Taxi. But, my mum and dad forgot to get me a memory card. So, I didn't actually get a memory card for, like, I think it was a couple of weeks after I had my Dreamcast, so whenever I played Sonic Adventure, I had to play from the start every time, and watch all the cutscenes every time. Like, that's either dedication, or sheer lunacy. But here we go, it's snowboarding time. 1080 snowboarding, eat your heart out. 1080 snowboarding actually, see if we're counting like non-car based racing games, then 1080 and Wave Race for the N64 are both, they're probably 2 of my favourite racing games ever made. Go in a straight line, going in a straight line. This is like Uncharted, this is like proto version of Uncharted where you've got a kind of fake danger in front behind you. You just go in a straight line and then you're safe, you're fine. I don't think I've ever seen the end of this game, just the first hour or so. Well, if I get through this quick enough, then you might see the end tonight. Oh shit. Basically, not keep playing like this. There's 2 timers tonight. There's either Jamie starting crying or Kim coming home from a night out with the girls. This is so bad. I mean, even when I was younger I realised how bad this snowboarding bit was, but now this is just terrible. Right, jump on the ramp, should do a wee stunt. Oh, into a tree. I think I somehow used to be good at this when I was wee, but see, playing it now, it's really, truly terrible. I know what the problem is as well, it's because, like, Sonic just sticks flat to the surface of whatever's underneath him, so obviously he's just sticking to the sort of polygon mesh of the land rather than, you know, them thinking up some clever way of saying, right, that's snow, so the snowboard would do this in the snow. You need to get Giles Goddard and the 1080 snowboarding team on board just for this one wee bit. Is it Giles Goddard? Was that the name of the coder? He was the UK, he was the English guy who was in Japan, and he worked on like Star Fox and 1080 snowboarding and all that, I'm sure. Right, I missed that ramp, so we're going to have to go down the boring bit. Apologies. You know, the look of this bit always reminded me of another racing game that I loved in N64, which is, of course, Snowboard Kids. I don't know, there's something about this, it just looks very Snowboard Kids. Chaos Emerald just lying out there. Just lying out in the open.
Yeah, not bad.
hate his judgmental. Like, yeah, not bad. Sonic's such a fucking arsehole, isn't he? Right, I'm just going to change position slightly because my legs are falling asleep. Whoa. Right, okay, can you still hear me? Just moved a wee bit there. Right, okay, so where are we off to? Let's find Navi. Is it Navi? Of course it's not, it's Tikal. Where is she? She's around here somewhere, isn't she? In fact, no, wait a minute, I think I need to go back and fight Chaos now at the big pond, don't I?
The train headed for Station Square.
Here we go. Cutscene time. Oh, here it comes, the Knuckles rap in the background.
What's up, Knuckles?
I was just about to say the soundtrack in this game is lovely there, because I quite like the background music in Mystic Ruins or whatever, but the actual vocal themes are so bad.
Give me the emeralds you have, right now! What? Let's just see you take them, huh?
Right, here we go. The epic fight. Sonic v Knuckles.
Oh no!
Oh no! Oh no! Knuckles, you bastard.
Oh no!
Oh no!
Give it your best shot!
Ah, he's flying at me.
Oh no!
That's it.
Oh no! The Chaos Emeralds!
Fucking run, Sonic! They're right there. Run! Run! You're like 2 feet away from them!
Eggman. Oh! Ha! Like taking candy from a baby.
He would have called you, Sonic. And he's not wrong.
That's a Chaos Emerald!
That's right, fool! You made it all too easy! You practically gave them to me!
Hold it right there, creep! You can't get away with this! Knuckles, don't tell me Eggman tricked you again! Me? What about you? Way to go, Knucklehead!
Now I have 4 lovely emeralds! Chaos!
Chaos is the god of destruction, remember? And yet Robotnik talks to him like he's a pet dog. Pet dogfish. Oh, he's got 2 big arms now.
These are for you, my friend!
I know I've said this in the podcast before that aliens freak me out, but another thing that freaks me out is like visible brains. So see Chaos, he's actually quite a scary baddie for me because you can see his brain. A weird boss this because you can stand in the water. Fuck. You can stand in the water. You need to make sure to not miss your opportunity to hit him because this boss takes fucking ages. Because he stays under the water for the whole time until he's ready to let you hit him. But if you miss your opportunity, then he goes through his entire fucking attack cycle. A lot of swearing on this stream tonight. I'm sorry about that. Where is he? Where is he? Yeah, there we go. Get him hit. 3 more hits. 3 more hits. When folks say they hate like boss fights where you just go through like a procession of attacks and then like, you know, it's time for you to attack. This is what they mean, they hate this kind of boss battle, right? I think sometimes people who talk negatively about boss fights, they wrongly include Zelda bosses in that as well, because Zelda bosses are sort of pattern based as well. But the thing about Zelda bosses is that you've got to actually do something to make the boss vulnerable to your attacks. Whereas this boss and most of the bosses in this game are just a case of wait for the boss to stop moving, wait for it to be ready to hit and then hit it. Like that's it. You've just got to go through the attack sequences and then when the boss is ready, it's time to give it a big whap in the face. I quite like bosses that have a pattern to them, you know. I'm not really a big fan of bosses that are just about hitting them over and over and over and over and over and over again, like with no end in sight kind of thing. I like bosses that have a sort of a bit of direction to them. But you need to have a bit of agency as well. Sonic's Jesus, see? Standing on water. Bit of FMV. Blew my fucking mind when I was wee.
Behold my floating masterpiece.
Doesn't look as good in real-time graphics though, does it? Bit blurry.
But it pales in comparison to the power of chaos. Adieu, until we meet
Adieu.
again, my friends.
I love Robotnik in this game. He's great. He's the only voice that I actually don't hate in this game. Just disappear.
Hey, we can't let him get away. Let's get to my workshop and we'll take the tornado.
Oh ho ho ho! Star
You
Fox,
guys go.
eat your heart out. There's gonna be a bit
I have
of
some
real
unfinished
shooting coming up
business to
soon.
take care of. No problem, Knuckles. We'll take care of everything here.
Come on, let's get going.
I can now play with Knuckles. I've heard he doesn't chuckle.
Sonic, wait here for a second.
Oh Tails, what are you up to? Bit of comedy there. Bit of classic comedy. I think Sonic Team took a weird creative decision with Sonic after the Mega Drive era. Like, at the time,
Hop in.
you know, Sonic was kind of cool back in the Mega Drive, but it wasn't because of all the cartoons and stuff of him like skateboarding and, you know, playing guitar and all that. There was genuinely a sort of coolness to Sonic games. Like, they were quite futuristic and kind of understated and cool design to them and stuff like that, like with the levels and everything. But at some point after that, oh there we go, you have to hold the button, don't you? At some point after that, like when they're rating Sonic Adventure and all the games onwards, they decided like this weird style where it was like a Saturday morning cartoon but full of rock music and stuff. I don't know who decided that, but it was just, it made Sonic deeply embarrassing. You know, like, I'll happily play the old Sonic games and, you know, not be embarrassed to play them. Whereas this game, I would be embarrassed to stick up for it, like stylistically or anything about it. You know, like there's people online who they love this shit. You know, they love it, but it's properly terrible. They like the voices and the sort of story and all that. I think if they stripped out all of the story stuff though and just had like just the Sonic levels and a sequence like the old Mega Drive games, like nothing in between them, it would be a better game for it because it wouldn't have all that weird, embarrassing Sonic adventureness to it, you know? Right, I think this game's got my Dreamcast has got a problem with looping the music because I'm pretty sure that came to the end of a loop there and that's why the soundtrack stopped playing. Might need to update the firmware in my GDEMU. Anyway, that's my thoughts on don't know how lame Sonic is now. Do you know what I mean though? Do you know what I mean? Somebody reply and let me know that you know what I mean, that you agree with me, please. I need to know that somebody agrees with me. Whoa. They wanted to grow him with the audience. See, I think they did the opposite. They ended up sort of, I don't know, like when the Mega Drive games were out, I was what, about 8 or 9, and I thought all the space stuff and all that was really cool. But then, as I got older, that stuff stayed cool. But as they added voices and rock music and all that, it kind of actually made it more childish, really. Yeah, they probably, yeah, they tried to make it older, but they ended up making it more childish. So yeah, no, yeah, I get what you're saying, Andy. Yeah, no, I agree. I see what you did there. See, you typed your first line, and I jumped to a conclusion, and then you typed your next 2 lines, and then I realised, you're on the same page. So fair enough. Here we find out Sonic's invincible, because he can just land. And he's fine.
Tails?
Thing is, if he survives that fall, then how come every time you fall in the levels? I love this bit, right? This is a weird moment, like.
You're not who I'm looking for.
Like, why did they have that? Why did they have a wee girl there? And Sonic say to her face,
okay.
"You're not who I'm looking for." Like, is that not weird? Like, who thought of that? I don't know. I find it weird. It's really funny. Like, Tails, you're not who I'm looking for, little girl. Woodaba, I was around 10 when Shadow the Hedgehog came out. You were 10 when Shadow the Hedgehog? Fucking hell, I feel old. I was 18. I was 18 when Shadow the Hedgehog came out. And I loved it, so they're clearly doing something right. Then again, I was profoundly stupid when I was 10, so who knows. Wait, am I not meant to go here now? Special coupon for couples. Oh god, I remember who we meet next. I think you need to go down into the casino, don't you? Oh, come on. Shadow the Hedgehog. I bought that game on the GameCube and then I traded it back the next day. I worked at Virgin Megastore at the time, so I got it dead cheap. And when I traded it in, obviously I get fuck all for it.
Amy.
Sonic and Amy have clearly shagged, and Amy just Sonic just doesn't want to have anything to do with her. He's like, nah, absolutely not.
If you don't, we're just gonna tag along anyway.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Can't even walk through a door. Out this. No, not that way. This way. This way. I put a lot of thought into Sonic and Amy's relationship. No. Absolutely not. Oh, who's this bruiser?
No problem. He's just a chunk of cheesy hardware.
Whoa!
Oh, now what? Huh?
Look here. It says cute couples get in free.
Amy, there's a big fucking robot at the end of the street. Oh,
Amy!
big death robot coming to get you. And right, fair enough. Fair enough.
Oh man, that girl is such a pain.
Amy's a weird character, if you think about it. Like, whose idea was it to have like some sort of hanger on, just following Sonic around, being obsessed with him? Doesn't really Not exactly a positive role model for MD, eh? Right, here we go. Whoa, what happened there? Come on. Oh yeah, no. This is the hardest bit, is getting out of here without getting hit with the fucking dodgems. No! Once this level gets started, it's actually good fun, but getting out of this bloody room is a pain in the arse. Right, here we go. Get him, and go. There we go. Hey, just like F-Zero. Just like F-Zero. One of the cool things that I remember doing when I got my memory card eventually for the Dreamcast was you could actually go online with Sonic Adventure and download. There was these new tracks and stuff for the go-karts. And there was, they had like, there was the soundtrack was Super Sonic Racing from Sonic R. This is it. I think giving Sonic a girlfriend and relationships was them trying to make him grow alongside the fans. So yeah. Ended up just being really embarrassing though. I remember I was kind of, like I was never embarrassed to play Mario 64, which is, you know, when you think about it, it's made to be like an all ages kind of child friendly game, but never embarrassed to play it. Whereas this game is, every time they open their mouths, right, it's just embarrassing, you know. Like I would avoid playing this game when I knew that like somebody might see me play it, you know. Like, do you know what I mean? Yeah, do you think Sonic Adventure's responsible for the furry movement? Probably. Between Sonic Adventure and Star Fox Assault, in fact Star Fox Adventures I suppose, it's the word adventure, isn't it? As soon as you put the word adventure into an anthropomorphic animal game, then it makes it fucking furry heaven. Oh yeah! Hard to actually get on the rings before they disappear though. Just keep going. I quite like the design of these big things. Sonic had a huge hand in the furry movement. I don't doubt you, Andy, to be honest, I don't doubt you. What other furries? Who knows? There's somebody I used to work with that is a furry, and she makes outfits and stuff, but she's got like a shop page on Facebook and she keeps on inviting like the folks she used to work with to join. And it's like, fair enough, people like that kind of thing, right? But I'm not into it at all. And so, you know, stop asking me to join. James Joyce was a furry. This was always quite difficult because you had to make sure you didn't fall off the rooftops. Oi. I think, see, when you're a furry, when it's hot and I think you remember, you kind of, I think you stop being a furry and you just become a skinny, don't you? You just like wear your own skin. Inside of a fursuit. Well, it depends if it's the out in the town suit or if it's just a lounging around the house suit. Could be very different smells. Right, this bit's going to be difficult with my controller lag. Okay, here we go. Round we go, nice and slow. The irony of Sonic Adventure is that the slower you're going, like you can't actually run at top speed when you want to be precise because you end up just falling off things. Yeah, right, we got around. I'm sitting here slagging this game off, but I really like the design of this level. I quite like kind of theme park themed levels in games. Yes. I remember thinking that wall texture looked pretty nice as well back in the day. Still does, look at it.
Yeah, not bad.
Right, is it cutscene time? Nope, straight back to Station Square.
Welcome to Twinkle Park.
Oh, shoot! I've lost Amy. I bet that robot hauled butt after her. I'd better catch her before it does.
Twinkle Circuit. I'm not going to bother doing that. I remember thinking back the first time I played this game that you had to do that. The go-kart track. But of course you don't. So this card falls. And it's like, where the fuck do you take this card? What do you do with it, you know? So, I think it's over here, isn't it? Yeah, so there it is there. Right. An employee card. I can use it into that building. What building? What building? Went about for ages thinking, what building, you know?
Did you walk around the whole city?
Oh, the whole city? You gotta be fucking kidding me. Anyway, it's this building here. You can't get through it until it's right open. Here we go. Hearing Sonic say haul butt makes me want to haul butt away from this game. It's true, it's true. Right, no joke, Speed Highway is a fucking beautiful level. Absolutely amazing. One of my favourite Sonic levels ever made. Like, really, really love this level. I think it just looks cool. I like the fact that there's like loads of different routes you can take through it. Like other Sonic games, like there's clearly a lot of thought been put into like 3 levels in this game, and those 3 levels are amazing, but the rest of the game's a bit rubbish. And that's true of a lot of Sonic games actually. Like you get like 1 or 2 levels which are absolutely incredible, and I'd be happy to play over and over and over again. But then a lot of filler between them. But this level is, oh, I fucking love it. Just look at it. There's something just so cool about it. It's really like, it felt like 3D to me. I don't know how to explain that properly, but it feels like a 3D level because there's loads of different ways you can go, and there's all the corkscrews and stuff like that. It's not just like flat surfaces you're running on and everything. Just jump to avoid the narrow platform. It's the easiest way to do it. Oi! Just cool wee bits like this, like the helicopter and that. I know you're not doing anything, but at the time I was like, ah, that's pretty smart. That's pretty smart. So, the first bit of Sonic Adventure footage that I ever saw was a trailer, and one of the most iconic bits of it was this corkscrew. Oh, so cool, man. I just absolutely love it. Right, we're going to take the shortcut. Here we go. Overall, Sonic Adventure is a terrible game, but I will stick up for Speed Highway until my dying day. Here we go, into the building. Oh, Uncharted, eat your heart out. Worth playing the remaster in Sonic Generations? You kidding me? Listen, I reviewed Sonic Generations when it came out. Now, if you like Sonic Generations, you're not gonna like hearing me say this. Now, I keep Sonic Generations and I play it now and again, and it's alright. It's good fun. It's good fun. But it's not. You can't give it to just a random person and say, here, play this game and they'll enjoy it. You know, you have to really kind of try hard to find the fun in it, I think. You have to really, you know, it's like you have to know how to make the most of, you know, boosting and all that kind of stuff, and otherwise it's just a weird, glitchy game. It looks amazing though, the graphics are absolutely incredible. But like, for example, like, Kim, my wife, you know, she would happily play the old Sonic games because they're great fun even now. But if you gave her, you know, when she's watched me play like a newer Sonic game like Sonic Generations, it's just rubbish. So Sonic Generations is like, it's a game that's alright if you're a fan of Sonic and you're willing to put up with his bullshit. But for random people, it's not very good.
Yeah, not bad.
But the Speed Highway level in it looks amazing though, it really does. Back to Station Square. Right, where are we going? Where are we off to? Let's speak to the flying wee fairy thing and we'll find out where we're meant to go. I think we're meant to go back to station Mystic Ruins, aren't we? Let's go.
We have to find Amy. She should still be in this city.
Oh, right. Okay. Where is she then? Oh, I know. You go down to... you have to go... Wait a minute. No, wait, the train station, isn't it? I think about this game, it's just like... Run around the station, run around the city and just try and find the right bit to stand at. Wait, no. You see her in the train, don't you? You see her from the bottom where the casino is, and then you... I hate this game. Agreed, the filler's pish and there's a lot, but the main stages are alright for the nostalgia factor. Are you still talking about this, or are you talking about Sonic Generations here?
Amy? Oh man, where can she be?
Sonic! Help!
Ah, there she is. Getting pulled away.
I'll cut him off at the Mystic Ruins.
Cut them off. You'll chase him in the fucking train. You could run there. You could run there really fast. Generations. Aye, no, listen, I still play Generations now and again, and I really enjoy, like, I'd say about 3 or 4 of the levels in it. I'll play them over and over again. That's what I do with Sonic games, I play the same levels over and over again because I like them. There's a lot I don't like in it. I really like the Green Hill Zone in it. In fact, I think... Green Hill Zone, Speed Highway's pretty good, and what's the other one I like?
There, Bolt Brain. You better get
Chemical
Amy
Plant,
to
I
me
think.
or I'll squash ya.
I'll squash you. I remember being disappointed you didn't actually get to fight this robot as Sonic, and I don't know why.
Hey, what's happening here?
Nobody heard the... Oh, how good is the Egg Carrier sort of soundtrack, by the way? Like, that's a banging tune.
Stop!
Sonic, help me!
Shoot, I've lost her again.
I don't know, I love this. I love that wee song. Right, I think before we go up there you need to go and get the... Oh no, wait, no, you do get it up here, don't you? There's like a special move you unlock. What? The young Sonic fan in me really loved this bit because it was like, oh man, look, the floating island and the Master Emerald and all that. I remember thinking it was like really cool back when I was younger. Obviously now I know better. And you come down here, don't you? And yeah, it's just over there.
This is the ancient light. Try the light speed dash toward the enemy. With this, you can now do the light speed attack.
Rightio. This took me ages to work out what to do here.
Ready?
There we go, done. And I will never use that move ever again. You never have to. Pretty good level this actually. This is one of the ones that I really enjoyed doing over and over again when I was younger. Pretty good music, I like the brass section. Although, wait, would that be a saxophone actually? That'd be a woodwind, wouldn't it? I don't know. Trumpet's a saxophone, one of the two. It's digital instruments, not the same. Oh, wait, no, you want it to be on, don't you? I'm not making this level look very good, am I? Whee! Ah, missed it. Damn it. I have to put up this monkey's bullshit. Monkey noises come naturally to me now because Jamie, my son, really likes monkeys. So I'm always making monkey noises at him. And it was really cute. Recently on the television there was a monkey and Jamie actually went like that, like as if he was making a monkey noise. For fuck's sake. No! I'm not making this level look good at all, am I? Right, this bit was always a bit of a pain in the ass, wasn't it? So you have to go boom, 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 like that. And there we go! Oh, the first time I did this wee bit, it took me ages. And it's been ages since I played this game as well, so expect me to fall down quite a lot here. Oh no, maybe not, maybe not. The old muscle memory never fails, mate. Here's a recurring theme in 3D Sonic games, right? So, back when Sonic was 2D, and you came across a hazard of sorts, like a baddie or spice or something like that, you had to, you know, you had your 2D limitations, so you couldn't really, you had to be quite skillful to get around them. Now look at this bit here, this is the problem. You're in a 3D game, but they still design the levels to be quite 2D, so the hazard is there, you're meant to go in the monkey bars and all that to get over the lava, but you can just go like this, jump over it, right? Because they design it like a 2D level, but you get 3D capabilities. So most hazards in the game, you just either jump over or go around in 3D, and that's it. Loved the music in this bit when I was younger. Not this music, the other music. Well, this jingle is so cool. Love it. Right, this way. Quite atmospheric, this level, actually. Good design. I mean, I know it's just a big lava cave, but it's kind of unique for a lava level. I don't know, there's something quite memorable about it. These big giant fucking tombstone looking things. So there we go. Like, this is meant to be a bit where you sort of carefully navigate the jumps, but I've just went and jumped right over it because you can do that. And I always wondered, did they design the game like that? Did they design it so that if you knew what you're doing, you could just kind of miss everything? Or was it just a case of them just not designing the game very well? You tell me, folks, what do you think? Do you think Sonic Team knew what they were doing when they just let you run around the hazards? Or do you think these mummies never come into play? Like, there's a prison full of mummies. You would have thought they would let you free the mummies or something. Or the mummies would chase after you or something, but they don't. Right, let's get a ring before we continue. There we go. Right. Anyway, what do you think? Do you think that Sonic Team genuinely just were a bit not very good at designing 3D levels, or do you think they designed the levels in a way that if you didn't know you were capable of getting around the hazards easily, you would just do it the way they wanted you to, but you knew that some players would be good enough eventually to just coast their way through? Oh, for fuck's sake. There.
Yes. Yeah, not bad.
The original Sonic games let you skip hazards if you knew what you're doing. Aye, no, they did. I think I'm not explaining myself for it. I think you could jump over the hazards really easily. It required skill, you know, whereas in Sonic Adventure you can get around the hazards just because the game's easy. You know, like, I don't know what I'm trying to say. But I know what you mean. I know what you mean. Actually, yeah, you're right. You're right. They're still not good at making 3D levels. That's that's an opinion that I don't think most people would disagree with you. Right, another shit Star Fox level. Quite good music though. Something I always quite liked about the Dreamcast like digital instruments rather than the sampled music was that kind of buzzy keyboard sound that's playing the sort of melody. You hear that in a lot of Dreamcast games, and I get really nostalgic about that kind of sound. Grandia 2 had a lot of that in it as well. A lot of that kind of keyboard. Making it look easy, eh? Oh, moving up. Hit by rockets left, right and centre here. So when you take away the music, a lot of the...
So far, so
oh,
good.
here we go. This
Hope
is the,
you know what you're doing.
the cool bit.
You bet. Watch this. Transforming now.
Oh,
Whoa!
I don't know what this is meant to do.
Let's do it.
Transforms, but it's just the same. It's the same plane. It moves the same. It does the same thing. There's nothing to it. Oh, I think I heard Jamie, my son, starting to stir a little bit. Although Kim just came home there, so she can help him. She can tend to him, give him a wee cuddle. Cuddles from mum, always better than cuddles from dad. Where are you? Oh, rockets left, right and centre. Flying through the flames. Whoa. I feel like these levels, not a lot of agency in them, you know, it's kind of like waiting for death. Probably the bleakest thing that's ever, the bleakest description of a Sonic Adventure game. It's like waiting for death. This is very surreal without the music. Is Sonic Adventure the real Panzer Dragoon 3? Oh fuck. I thought I was hitting it there, no? By the way, this it's very Skies of Arcadia, this. There we go. Done. Done. Right, ready for a bit of comedy? There's a funny cutscene coming up.
Alrighty, we're in.
Here we go, bit of comedy, bit of well-written comedy coming.
Whoops. I forgot something.
What's that?
There's no landing gear in this mode.
What?
Of course, he could just change it back, but no, he chooses to do this. Ah well.
Wow, this thing is really huge.
No time to gawk now. We need to find Amy.
You're right, my friend. So here we go.
Right, okay. Oh, I really do like the soundtrack in the background of this.
Don't get too many ideas, you fools.
Believe it or not, folks, we're getting quite near the end of Sonic's story in this.
Get a load of this.
So even though Kim's come home, I might just continue on and try and finish this. We'll see. We'll see. See if I can be asked. But I don't care what game it is. Transforming airships are always cool. Doesn't matter if it's a Sonic Adventure game or not.
Darn! This makes it harder for us to get to the bridge.
I hate it when he doesn't listen.
I bet you weren't expecting this.
Weird dialogue there. Like what? What? He was listening.
Through the sky deck. Right down
Probably made more sense in Japanese, eh? Before it get translated.
Oh yeah?
Who knows?
Well, I'll show you. Bring it on.
Who knows?
This must be the way to the sky.
Sonic turning around as he speaks. Skydeck. Good level this actually. Good music. I know it's got some of that sort of shitty guitar rock music that Sonic Adventure games are known for, but it's actually quite a good retune. It's going to get some banging keyboard solos coming up. Listen to those keys, man. Listen to those keys. Oh, stuck in a girder. Weird bit here, so you just hold up, hold forward, and Sonic just does the rest for himself. So here we go. We could go down the hazardous bit with all the spiky balls, or we could just jump off like that. Beautiful level design. Well done, Sonic team. Well done to all involved. And this bit here, you're meant to fall down, but actually, if you just jump across, see? There's no danger to it at all. There's a lot of that in this game. A lot of that weird sort of... Is that a shortcut or is it just an oversight? Who knows? Oh. Sonic Pro, yeah, that's me. Absolutely shite at most games, but good at Sonic Adventure. Oh yeah, fucker! I say as I fall to my death. I'm just gonna try and get back up to the top again. Oh, come on. No!
No!
Didn't mean that. Good at the games that matter. Yes, I am. Sorry about this, folks. You haven't watched a rare restart. The fog in this level. Yeah. Kind of annoying. Why freeze game? What? Is the game frozen? What? Is the game is the stream frozen? Everybody, let me know. Let's get back up to the top. Back up to the top. This wee bit actually, I remember at the time thinking it would be really cool if they made a 2D Sonic game with 3D graphics, you know? Obviously they ended up doing that with Sonic Generations and all that, but I remember thinking at the time when it went into this kind of 2D view here, I remember thinking, oh that's pretty cool. This is tough, tougher than I remembered. This is not a good game at all. The patience is being tested. quite severely. Wait, I think I can just about make it over. If I go like this. There we go. Right, okay, last bit. Last bit, and then we get out of this god awful section. There we go. Yeah, done. And then inexplicably you end up in the wing. Who knows? Who knows? I think I remember going this way is a bit easier. I might be talking pish, we'll see. There we go, this is the way to go. This is weird. Why does the wing explode? Like, why would the wing explode? Is it all to catch Sonic? Oh. Right, here we go. Oh. The ace combat on the jets. Oh. I think that's what you had to lure the cannon that was firing at you, didn't you? No, missed. Okay, come on. You coming? There. Right, last bit, come on. And this last bit has like a drum and bass version of the level music. Fastest bit in the game and you have no control over it. So what we're learning about this game now? We're learning that it's not very good, girls and boys. Right, look, here we go, watch. You're meant to wait for these to roll and, you know, jump on them and use it as platforms, but if you can just go, boop, jump over, there we go, just like that. Same here, jump up, just like that. A stream of Big the Cat's adventure next. Fan favourite, Big the Cat. This bit was all pretty cool actually, going. I quite like that if you don't do the spin, you run at his normal bit and his fastest running animation by the time you get to the top. The Sonic himself is actually quite well animated in this game. You know, a good running animation. I like that he like bobs up and down for a bit, and then when you get to top speed, he just like all that's moving is his legs.
Yes.
Why does he run? Why does he run with his hands behind his back though?
Yeah, not bad.
Not bad. Fuck off, Sonic. Fuck off, Sonic.
Is that it?
It might be, but let's check out the bridge.
You know what? I've never seen Naruto. I've never watched a single episode. Is it for Wayne's? And that's all the investigating we need to do.
Ha! They're too late.
Not the birdie!
Oh, Poor birdie.
A Chaos Emerald!
No way!
Be gone, all of you! This is all I really need. Gamma!
Yo Gamma Gamma.
What is your wish, Master Robotnik?
Earlier on I was saying that all the character theme songs in this game are terrible, but actually E102 Gamma's theme song is pretty good. Relatively good.
Get rid of these pests!
The reason is
Show
there's no
them what
lyrics.
you got.
That makes it
Aye,
much
aye,
better.
sir.
And don't disappoint me, or else!
Or else! Right, here we go. Clash of the Titans. Sonic v E102 Gamma. Easy as that.
Resistance is futile.
Time for an emotional moment coming up.
Stop it, Sonic!
Amy, pleading for E102 Gamma's life.
Step aside, Amy! Out of my way!
I need to kill the soul in this robot.
No! This robot is my friend! He helped me! Don't hurt him!
Okay, whatever you say. You must have your reasons.
How condescending. You must have your own. You must have your reasons.
Hey, this ship is losing altitude!
Hurry, Tails! Take Amy and get out of here!
Well, what about you?
I'll find that Eggman and put him out of commission.
Strong words. Right. So I think you go up here, and then Sonic says something like, "Oh, I need to go in this door."
If I'm to continue, I need to change this ship back to its original shape.
Thing is,
There must be a switch
you
somewhere
don't,
on the
Sonic.
bridge.
You
I
don't.
gotta find it
You can
now.
run anywhere. So you don't. But just to make you happy, we'll do it. Right, we'll go in. There's not really a good sense of geography in this level. Like, you don't really know. I don't really get the significance of changing the shape of the ship. Like, you know, what does that mean? You go in here, don't you? And then you. Like, you don't really get a chance to see the differences before and after. It's just you kind of put up with it, you know.
Emergency alert has been cancelled. Resuming monorail operation.
Is that through here? Another loading screen. Right, okay. So over the bridge. Oh, hey, we're gonna get introduced to the best character. Did you see him? Did you get a wee glimpse?
Oh no! Not again!
Doesn't seem that fast, does he?
Chaos! Could this be the same beast?
Oh yes! Attack Sonic now!
Froggy? I must say Froggy!
If he's your friend, I'll help you.
Oh god.
Just leave it to me.
I do kind of love
Now
Big.
I have 6 of the Chaos Emeralds.
I don't know why, but I do love
There's
him.
only one more left to find. I even found Chaos's missing tail.
You won't get away with this, you madman!
I will.
Oh, Sonya
You're
means
no
business
match
now.
for Chaos, even though he's not perfected yet. Okay, Chaos, destroy them all immediately. Aha!
Took me ages to work out how to do this boss, but there we go. Just freeze him up. Like, classic example of like a boss actually doing the thing that hurts it. I think, see if you have to wait. Ah, no, no, no. Let me pick up fucking rings. This is not good. Right, okay. Right. Why have Sega not capitalising Big the Cat? He needs his own spin-off. This is a lot harder than I remembered. You can't pick up the rings because the rings end up inside him. Big the Cat cinematic universe. I would love to see that. Who won in a fight, Big the Cat or Wario? That was a weird animation, gets stuck there. There we go, got him.
No way! I can't believe this!
I can't believe this.
Aha!
Oh, second last hit. Right, one more hit to go, and then finally, does Wario have prep time? Prep time to eat all his food. Yes, last hit. Here we go.
No way! I can't believe this!
Hey, I'll play with you some other time.
Big the Cat would decimate Wario. Well, he does have a fishing rod. Depends what hat Wario's wearing. Mario was Shaggy Ron.
No way! I can't believe this!
Oh, God.
Sonic!
Aye, cheers for showing up, Knuckles, you cunt.
Hey there, Knuckles. Glad you finally made it. I thought you got lost or something.
Some amount of shade.
Until we meet again, Sonic!
Stop!
I don't know if it was it written that way. Was it written for Sonic to be like a dick to Knuckles there, or I think he was meant to be quite earnest. Right, folks, I'm going to do one more level because this is my favourite level. Well, my second favourite level in the game coming up.
Where's
Right,
this?
and then we're going to call it a night. Well, maybe. I forget how long it takes to get to the last level after this. Got a busy day tomorrow, so. Well, okay, right. You know what? We'll see. We'll see. We'll see.
That light. I think it's trying to show me something.
Show me the way to the end of this game, please. Can I play Big the Cat? Hey, let's turn the game off right now. Genuinely good level, this. Love it. Very atmospheric. Look at this. Look at it. Looks amazing. And then this bit here, when you're running and you run so fast that the textures in the walls look like going backwards. What's that all about? Really cool. And then you open into this room here. That's bullshit. Just have to jump. Just keep jumping. Jump, 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 jump. Yeah. The best bits in this game are where you're not really doing much. Wait. Oh, right. Calm down, Sonic. It's a weird level, this. It's like, you go forward, you hit a switch, then you go forward a bit, then hit a switch. Is Sonic Adventure 2 better than this, or even worse? Right. Sonic Adventure 2 is a weird one, because I remember being really excited about it. And I did like it, but I mean, I liked some of it. Kind of but persevered through most of the game, because I remember it's one of those games where you play it and go, alright, the good bit must come up next. The good bits are coming up next. The good bits are coming up next. But they don't really come. Like the first level, the City Escape, is really good, apart from the soundtrack, which is one of the most embarrassing things you ever have to put up with. I think Sonic Adventure 2 is a more solid game. There's definitely a lot fewer glitches. Well, there's fewer glitches in a couple of the levels, but there's still a lot of glitches in it, you know. Have I got time to jump on the snake? Yes. Right. I think overall, I'd say Sonic Adventure 1's a bit more interesting, there's a bit more to it. But Sonic Adventure 2, I don't know, they're both as bad as each other, let's be honest. They're both as bad as each other. It's alright to say that, they're both as bad as each other. I like how simple Sonic Adventure is though, like control wise, all you can really do is roll and jump and that's it. Whereas in Sonic Adventure 2, you've got grinding and all that, and it's cool, but at the same time it just makes it a bit more fiddly to play, you know? Like, it's the thing I was saying earlier about giving the game to somebody who's never played it before. Like, you could kind of do that with this game, almost, not quite, it's a bit, they'd probably go, what is this Pish, make me play, why can't Sonic run in a straight line? But at least the controls are there, you know, that's your jump button and you use the stick to run and that's about it. Oh, I can hear my son. Oh, he's very upset. I think I'm going to have to go, folks. I think I'm going to have to go. Well, listen, it was very nice to be able to join me for my journey through Sonic Adventure. I'm glad I got to do at least a wee bit of this level because it's a really good level. Look at that waterfall, amazing. But I'm going to have to head because my son is crying and I'm going to have to go and give him some milk or something or give him a wee cuddle. Just before. Oh, you probably hear him. Right, I'm going to head off. Listen, everybody, thank you very much for joining me. That was it was nice of you to go through and enjoy my pain with me. So yeah, tomorrow me and Scott are going to record some stuff for the podcast and do a wee video. We're resurrecting the cheap game challenge. It was pretty good. But yeah, thanks for joining me. I'll see you all later and good night.